Hello.
Hi.
Okay, this is the A&A show.
Yep.
So I am Amanda.
And I'm Anya.
And this is our little podcast that we're starting today. This is the first episode. What are we going to do on this little show of ours, Anya?
I don't know, Amanda. What are we going to do?
Well, we are going to talk. We're going to give you advice on anything, really. It can be random. We're going to give you some advice today. Stories on crazy shit that's happened in our lives so far. And pop culture, just whatever we feel like talking about it, we're going to share it with you guys.
Basically advice, stories, anything. Comments, questions, concerns, answers, yada, yada, yada. Stuff
Everything,
like
pretty much. One thing I do want to say is this is an explicit podcast. That means there will be...
Explicit.
I thought it was explicit.
No, it's explicit.
Okay, it's an explicit podcast.
Don't worry, she's not blonde.
So I'm definitely brunette.
She's brunette.
So there's going to be a lot of swearing, a lot of crazy talk about...
That's fucking right.
Yeah, we're going to talk about sex and different things like that. So just prepare your little ears for that. And if you're uncomfortable with that, turn it off. We would not be offended, of course. So should we get started or should we get started?
And we also we want to hear your comments and your feedback.
Oh, of
in
course.
The comment description, negative, positive, whatever. Go fly at her.
For sure. For sure.
So today we're going to be talking about...
Well, I actually have something I want to share right now. Those are my stories that I wrote down for different things.
She writes stories down on her iPod.
I wrote them down on my iPod so I remember what to talk about. I do want to talk about this. We were touching base on this a little bit. We just went swimming in the pool. Shitting in public.
Advice on how to shit in public.
How to shit in public. I am often walking around downtown and I do sometimes need to shit.
And we all know nobody likes to do it in public. You know,
No.
the grunty noises, the smelliness, everything. Who wants to shit in public?
Not me, but I do have some tips for you guys. Don't worry. All knowing is here. I'm going to share with you. So these are Amanda's quick tips on how to shit in public, and you have some too that were actually really good. So in downtown where we live, the Fairmont Hotel is definitely a good place.
By the way, where do we live?
Where do we live? We live in Toronto. So Toronto.
Toronto, Ontario.
Definitely where we live. So, I mean, every major city has every major city has a Fairmont hotel, I guarantee you. So find the Fairmont because that will fucking save you. Or really just any hotel. But I just prefer the Fairmont because it's rich as shit.
Shit in the fancy toilet bowl, right?
Exactly.
Golden showers, folks.
Because everyone at a hotel, like any hotel, usually people in a hotel are there for the hotel, so they have their own toilet.
Unlike you, who is going to be shitting in the toilet.
Yeah, but so their bathrooms are usually like ghost towns. Like there's nobody in them. Perfect.
Everybody has their own bathrooms.
Perfect place to shit. That and Starbucks, because most Starbucks have private kind of room bathrooms. So just grab a passion tea and just let it out.
Let her rip.
Totally, just let it go and...
Let's go for it, fire, fire. So okay, yeah.
What was your tip? Yours was really good.
Well, number 2, no pun intended, ha ha ha.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
Always carry around a little spray bottle of, I don't know, body spray or perfume.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
You don't want to leave a little stinky behind.
For sure, yeah.
Also, because, nothing's more embarrassing than... There's a huge line outside of your stall, and somebody's going to be walking in after you, and they're going to know.
Oh, another good place to shit? On an airplane. Okay? Hear me out. It's tiny as fuck, but it's so goddamn loud on an airplane, no one's going to hear you.
No one's going to hear you.
So, pay $500 and you can pop a squat on an airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you need to.
Problem solved. You're welcome.
Another really good tip.
Do you know what? I find okay, sorry, I'm totally interrupting you, but I'm just having this thought in my brain. Also, busy bathrooms, okay? Mm-hmm. It's so loud, everyone's slamming doors and toilets are constantly flushed. No one's gonna fucking pay attention to you taking a shit. Or play with a tampon wrapper. Continue.
Okay, so another really good tip is, also this is for peeing too. if you don't want the stream of piss to be loud, you know, kind of awkward for some people, or you don't want to hear that plop in the toilet, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants to know that.
Just as you're about to let her go or drop the kids off at the pool or whatever, flush the toilet just as you're about to drop it. So, you know, it just sounds like flushing the toilet and you don't hear it.
Yeah.
Really good idea.
Yeah.
Or if somebody hits the blow dryer. Because you know it's going to be on for a few seconds.
Like call a friend.
Yeah. Or quickly do that. Or get on the phone in the stall and
talk really loud. Yeah. That's brilliant. Mm-hmm. Something I want to touch base on, a quick kind of pop culture note. I was watching an interview with the one and only Farrah Abraham. Google search her if you don't know who she is. She's a teen mom turned porn star. And she was talking about what she had coming up in the following years, okay? And I quote, sort of. This is pretty much what she said.
You probably said to change the subject before.
Oh yeah, I'm totally changing the subject. I mean, she is kind of like a shitty human being, but...
I guess that's how it relates.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's like, yeah, so like this year I have my sex toy, my trilogy of books called Sex Tape in the Making, and the following year my Christian parenting book.
Hold up.
Christian fucking parenting book. Like,
I didn't know porn stars go to church.
Well, she's all like, I love Jesus. Like, I suck dick for Jesus sort of thing. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Wow, that is...
I know, claps for her, right? Round of
applause.
fucking
I
applause.
don't know what celebrities are like these days. It's just, this world is just going to hell in a handbasket, I tell you.
Okay.
Another interesting story that we just kind of... Today's kind of random day. Just
it's totally a random day. Every podcast we're going to do is random day.
Yeah. We don't want to be like those normal radio shows with fucking themes.
And like intros like, we are rock stars on the radio! Oh my god.
We want to be unique and random.
And we also don't play music, so...
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I kept saying this is more like a podcast than really like a radio show. For sure. Anyways, should we share a few funny stories from our lives in the few minutes we have left? We're about the 7-minute mark. And
yeah. Each
our
podcast
is about 10,
12 minutes.
Yeah, 10, 12 minutes, I think, because then it won't
10
take...
to, 100,000 minutes.
Well, that way it won't take too long to upload on YouTube, because if it's any longer than that, it's going to take like 4 hours.
Yeah. We don't want to bore you guys either,
Yeah,
exactly. You guys have lives.
I know. A quick story I want to share is, I don't think I've actually shared this with you, but I went to Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was awesome. Summer 2011, I think. Mm-hmm. And so, in Paris... They have, automatic crosswalks where you don't even have to, press a button. Like, in downtown Vancouver, they have those, too, right? But they do have a button, but it's for blind people.
Oh.
And when you press the button, it, talks...
How do the blind people see that button?
I don't know.
How do they find the button?
I don't know. They fucking, they're geniuses. I don't know. But, and it talks to them. It says, wait, and then you can walk now. But it's all in French, right? So I don't fucking know. I thought the button was for the crosswalk sign.
Marche.
Whatever. I mean,
walk.
I know, but it was, muffled in French. I don't understand. And so I pressed the button thinking it was the crosswalk button. And everyone was moving out of the way from me because they thought I was blind. And I didn't really realize this until, I didn't press the button. And then I'm like, okay, this doesn't change anything. I'm like, oh my gosh, that button is for blind people. So I kept pressing it, and then I just pretend to be blind. And I was like...
You actually pretended?
Oh, yeah. I pretended. Because it was hilarious. Because people would literally, part the sea for me. And before I figured out that it was for blind people...
Attention whore! Ding, 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 ding! Just kidding.
So, I don't know. I thought of that because when I was in Edmonton, they had them too, but they were in English.
Wow, that is part of the Red Sea for Jesus, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is an interesting story. I like that.
Okay, I have something written down here that says speed reader is not a gun. I have no idea what that means.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, I have... A speed reader is not a gun. What the hell is that? I'm going to have to delete that because I have no idea what that is, and that's going to drive me insane.
She sleep texts in her sleep. So.
Most likely.
Okay,
I had a crush in elementary school. He didn't go to our school, but... Oh, by the way, we used to go to the same school, just FYI. He didn't go to the same school, but I just had a huge crush on him. And when I was younger, still now, we take ferries a lot. Yeah.
What?
Like, when I was, like, in BC, I would take ferries a lot.
Oh.
And I had...
Yeah, she has a fairy fetish.
Yeah, I actually did.
You know the fairy with the little wings? And the
No, not that type of ferry. Like a ferry boat.
Oh, yeah.
A ferry boat, you retard.
I know.
Okay, a ferry boat. Sorry, I should have clarified that. A ferry boat. And I had a dream that, like, my crush... Like, I used to be obsessed with, like, those, like, custom license plates where you could, like, put your name on it.
Oh.
So I had a dream that I had, like, a pink convertible with a license plate with, like, my name on it, like Sharpay Evans or something. And he had, like, this blue car with his name on it, and we lived on a ferry. And, like, we had our own giant pink ferry.
Wow.
It was so bad.
She's not girly at all.
Like, it was a huge pink ferry, and it would, like, come up to the ferry terminal, and we got, like, led onto the ferry, like, police escort, and everyone was, like, watching us, like, get onto this gigantic pink ferry.
This is a dream she had.
This is, like, a dream I had. It was a constant dream, too. Like, right now, like, I'm constantly dreaming about, like, Sidney Crosby. Like, it was, like, a thing where I would, like, oh, shit. I'd, like, constantly dream about, like, owning this ferry.
Yeah.
And, like, living on the ferry.
Oh, wow.
I know, it's great.
Weird dreams.
Okay, we have time for one more story. Do you have a funny story on your brain right now that you need to get out? We have time for, like, one more quick thing.
Okay, so my funny story is about a hitchhiker. So one time we saw this hitchhiker, and for a joke, because we never trust hitchhikers. Not that all of them are psychomaniac murderers, but some of them, you don't know who gets in your fucking car.
Yeah, of course.
So we pulled up to this guy as a joke, and just as he's about to grab the handle and jump in the car, we peeled away in the car as fast as we could, and we stuck our heads at the window and yelled, "No way in hell will we ever pick you up!" He just flipped us the bird, and he ran after the car and tried to get at us. But obviously we were going too fast. But it was pretty scary, you know? I could imagine him in the back of my mind with an axe.
Holy shit!
Us, you know, teeth all crooked.
Oh my god.
But he looked a little bit more like Channing Tatum, so, you know, it wouldn't have been a big deal.
Oh, thank God. By the way, I watched Magic Mike last night.
Did you?
Not last night. Like, a couple nights ago.
Lady boners.
Dude, that movie is hot. They're apparently making a second one, but he's, like, married with a kid now, so I'm like, ooh, it's definitely gonna be toned down. Channing Tatum's married with a kid.
He can't. He for those movies, they have to get, like, jacked up.
I know. No, like, not toned down, but, like, as in, like, the sexual meter, because he has a wife now, I feel like.
Oh.
I feel like sexually it's, like, no? Okay.
They're actors. They always do that.
Right, okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, we're out of time. Like, we went overboard a little bit, but that's okay.
We're gonna be closing. This is kind of the introduction. Don't worry. It won't be as crazy as this was. Oh, it probably will be.
It probably will be, yeah,
This
for
is just
sure.
our first show, so give us a chance, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is gonna be fun. I don't really know. We don't really have a schedule for this. I think it's just gonna be whenever. Whenever we're learn something together, I'll be there and you'll be near.
That's the thing. Weather.
Yeah,
Thanks
summer, bitches.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye.